Honest Headlines.
This first headline comes from CBS. And it reads, Florida man... Imagine if people are just tuning in now. Like, Biden's won, they're all celebrating, someone gets a text, turn on to CBS, they're doing Honest Headlines. No way! Biden won and Honest Headlines? This is the greatest day ever! This one from CBS that says, Florida man jailed after assaulting 7-Eleven employee with Slurpee. That was the headline. The Honest Headline should have read, Assault and Splattery. Here's one from the Daily Mail that said, boyfriend dives into a supermarket fish tank to retrieve engagement ring. That's the headline. The Honest Headline should have read, supermarket lobster foolishly thought this might finally be the one. Here's one from NPR, and it reads, study finds painting eyes on cows' butts can save their lives. That's the headline. The Honest Headline should have read, man has to come up with excuse and fast. Here's a headline from the New York Post, and it reads, Renaissance painter Raphael gave himself a nose job in self-portrait. That was the headline. The Honest Headline should have read, Raphael did it for the gram. That's a shame. It was hard to beat. Hard to beat the last one. Hard to come up. Hard to beat the cow.
Yep. Just funny to imagine that scenario of a guy doing that.
That's where it's funny. That's where it's funny.
Just thinking about that guy painting eyes on a cow's butt. And he's
that's
like,
where it's funny.
Oh boy, they caught me. I need an excuse, and that's the laughs come trailing in after
and
that.
that's yeah. I wonder if you could unpack every Honest Headline from a comedian's perspective.
Let me know. I got
Okay. All right. We'll see how we go. Here's one from Fox News, and it reads, Colorado Zoo live streams giraffe birth. That's the headline. The Honest Headline should have read, here comes the head and the neck and the neck and the neck. Because giraffes are tall.
It's one of the taller animals, and specifically in the neck area.
Exactly. You're right, the legs are long, but there's other animals with that level of leg. It's really a neck-based animal.
Right. Process of elimination, the neck is the funny part, you know?
This headline comes from Entertainment Weekly. It reads, George R.R. Martin says Hoda's fate will be different in his books. That's the headline. The Honest Headline should have read, George R.R. Martin still writing Game of Thrones books for some reason. Because it's done. We all feel like it's finished.
People moved on after the HBO program was over.
But he's still writing the books.
Yeah.
For some reason. I think there's more people watching this in this room than are watching this on TV.
Definitely.
I mean...
I think we're going to be on very, very late at night if we're on.
Really? You think this won't be on at 12:37?
Well, if Biden or Trump gives a speech, I think that they might go to that before they go to you. No insults.
You're a real piece of you know that, Rob? Here's a headline that comes from CNN, and it reads, college student says a professor told her not to breastfeed during online class. That's the headline. The Honest Headline should have read, if you find that distracting, try being milked by a tiny little person. Here's another headline from CNN, and it reads, Disney Plus now lets you binge watch with friends virtually. That's the headline. The Honest Headline should have read, adults who are really into Disney still watching alone. Do you find that weird, don't you?
That is weird.
Yeah, what, just Disney adults in general?
Disney adults. The people at the park. When you go to the park and you see, like, a couple in their 30s with, like, all the gear on.
Yeah.
You know they're going home and having sex on Mickey Mouse sheets, and that's
I don't get it. And they like, yeah, I pull the kids away. I see them coming, I'm like, in here, guys. Jog on. Jog on, Goofy. And you're like walking along with like a giant Slurpee and a Goofy hat. Or when you see him getting like photos with like, you know, Buzz Lightyear. Like a guy taking a photo of his wife with like Maida from Cars 2. And you know all the time he's like, oh, what do you do? Feel her up a little bit. Here's one. Here's a headline from Fox News, and it reads, Mike Tyson says his 2020 vote was the first of his life. That's the headline. The honest headline should have read, Tyson punched ballot. Because he's a boxer.
One of the more famed pugilists in this country.
What he's known for predominantly is boxing.
Yeah.
And a common thing is people would say, yo, you punch your ballot, but this works in both ways, because you punch your ballot, but also sock them right in the old jawbone.
We can chalk that one right up to wordplay.
That's... We can chalk that one up to wordplay. That's absolutely right. We've chalked it up, and it's a wordplay chalk. OK. Here's one from People, and it says, Americans perfect their coffee-making skills during pandemic.
Yes.
That was the headline. The honest headline should have read, it was the barista times, it was the worst of times. Where are we chalking that one? Where are we chalking that one?
We just needed something to fill in there.
We did. We needed some downtime before this next absolute banger. This will take us home.
Clear the runway.
What?
Honest headline, final joke, permission to land. And finally, here's a headline from the Huffington Post that reads, Pizza shop owner thwarts robbery by tossing pie at suspect. That was the headline. The honest headline should have read, that's a spicy thief for ball. When we come back, we'll be talking to Henry Winkler, everybody. Come on back.